Coming into next season, I feel like there's one team that's very underrated, and that team is probably going to be the Dallas Mavericks. I feel like the Mavericks, ever since they did that Luka trade, everybody's setting a false kind of narrative on them. Yeah, they give up their franchise player in Luka Doncic, but also they're making moves that nobody's really talking about. I love the D'Lo trade for them. Somebody that can come in for Kyrie Irving's spot while he's out with his injury until he gets back healthy. I love Anthony Davis, even though he only played 9 games in a Dallas Maverick jersey. He's still a top 10 player in the league. They lucked out with Cooper Flag, and they also have the deepest bench probably in the league right now, with guys like Max Christie, Daniel Gafford, Jaden Hardy, Caleb Martin, D'Lo going back on the bench when Kyrie comes back healthy, Klay Thompson maybe bouncing off and on the bench, and PJ Washington. Now, the first person I want to talk about is Anthony Davis. Now, I feel like he's really one of the most underappreciated players in the NBA. And I get it. When you trade one of your best players, superstar, to a team, and you get back a person that only played 9 games in a Dallas Maverick uniform, and then you go watch your superstar play on another team and impact that team super well, and y'all make the playoffs. I would be pissed too. I would. But also Anthony Davis is a really good player. He played center with the Lakers, and I feel like the Lakers really just traded him because he just couldn't stay healthy. But also, you got to realize center is a very aggressive position. You can get injured all the time. And I get it. You know, he wants to play power forward, but he also played really good on center when he was with the Lakers. He was dropping 30, 40, 50 a night. And we saw him play a little bit of power forward in his first game with the Dallas Mavericks, and he looked decent. And I'm pretty sure Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively were not playing that game. I think he was playing center. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm telling you, once their centers are back healthy and Anthony Davis is playing his power forward position, he's going to be looking really good. And I'm telling you, Dallas Mavericks fan, you will be happy of the Anthony Davis y'all see at the power forward position. Now, of course, the basketball player everybody's been watching and looking at, Cooper Flag, the 6'9" wing with a 7-foot wingspan. The player that took over college basketball and AAU a few years back. Cooper also won every single award and led Duke in every single stat on a stacked Duke roster that I think was probably the best college basketball team there was. Even though they did not win the tournament, I still think they were probably one of the best teams. In Cooper's first season with Duke, he averaged 19.2 points per game, 7.5 rebounds per game, 4.2 assists, 1.4 steals, and 1.4 blocks. Leading Duke in every single category, like I said before. He is shooting 48% from field, 39% from 3 on 4 attempts. This is a true 3-level 6'9" scorer. Overall, I think Cooper is a really good player. He'll probably be pretty good for the Mavs. But overall, looking back in college, if he can just excel in his 3-point shooting, coming out of high school, he wasn't the best shooter in the world. But at Duke, he leaned more into his shot. He leaned more into a catch-and-shoot type shot. But I also feel like his strongest ability in Cooper's game is his mid-range. He's 6'9" wing, ability to jump and score over people that makes it so much easier for him. And I also feel like Cooper is good at creating his own shot. He's really good at getting to the rim. And I feel like he's also good at his basketball IQ, cutting to the rim, and all that type of stuff. Now, the next player I want to talk about is DAngelo Russell. Now, I really like the 2-year, $13 million deal that the Dallas Mavericks put DAngelo Russell on. I think this was a really good pickup and a good signing for the Dallas Mavericks. D'Lo last season averaged 12.6 points per game, 5.1 assists per game, 2.8 rebounds, 1 steal, and 27 minutes per game. And he was also shooting 39% from the field, 31% from 3 on 6.2 attempts per night. But you also have to remember that he got traded mid-season, so it kind of threw his game off a little bit. But when D'Lo did play a full season, like back in 2023-24 season with the Los Angeles Lakers, he averaged 18 points per game, 6.3 assists per game, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. And he was doing all of this on 46% from the field, 42% from 3 on 6.5 attempts. That's dang near amazing. That's really good. And I feel like the reason why the Lakers fans didn't really like him that much is because he was kind of expected to be the third option, making $18 million a year when he was with the Lakers. But now where he's with the Mavs. He can start out while Kyrie's injured, and once Kyrie's come back, he can come off the bench and also still hoop. And this is probably what the bench is going to look like for the Dallas Mavericks next season. And the reason why I really like this bench is because I know almost every player on here can start on any other team. I really like Max Christie because with his time with the Lakers, even though he didn't really fit in the rotation because he was bouncing back and forth with the G League, when he did get that playing time, he really showed flashes of a really great player in the near future. Um, and the thing with him is he's a really good shooter. He can really knock down his shot. Anytime he's open, he's most likely going to probably knock it down. He can move without the ball. Anytime he doesn't have the ball in his hands, he can move somewhere to get open. He's a really good cutter. Like I said, he can always move without the ball. With the Lakers, he averaged 8.5 points per game, 2.7 rebounds, 1.4 assists on 25 minutes of gameplay. And his minutes per game really shot up from his first and second season. His first season, he only had 12 minutes per night, and his second season he shot up to 14. So this is really a good shot. And like I said in the beginning, Max Christie really balled out kind of at the end and kind of right before they traded him. He had his career start, and he also scored his career high, 28 points against the Portland Trailblazers. But then right when he got to Dallas, he started hooping. I forgot how many points he scored in his debut in a few games later, but I know he was starting because half of the team was out, and he was performing pretty good. So I feel like give him a few more years, then I feel like he could be a really great player. And I also like the other players coming off the bench like Daniel Gafford and PJ Washington. We see those type of players start before, and we also see them come off the bench. They're really great players. They can impact the team very well. Daniel Gafford can really get on the boards. He's a really good alley-oop threat. If you throw him an alley-oop, he's probably dunking it. PJ Washington, he's just a great all-around player. A player I really didn't mention in that same picture was Jaden Hardy. He's a really young guy. We've seen him have flashes of greatness. I feel like if he keeps developing, he could be a really good piece for them. Najee Marshall, another great player coming off that bench. And like I said in the beginning, Klay Thompson may be bouncing off and on that bench. Just depends on how he plays during that season. But I feel like the Dallas Mavs will really be a shocking and surprising team, even though they're not very underrated. But ever since they traded Luka, people just didn't consider them as a contender anymore. But the team that I'm seeing now could contend. I'm not saying for a title, but I would not be surprised if they make it to the conference finals. If you guys did enjoy this video, it would be greatly appreciated if you drop me a sub and a like on this video. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.